Hello everybody, I am here for the third video since my return. And I promised I would show you the foundation journal that I created in Lisa Young's class. It's very chunky, as you can see, and I probably will have to take one of the signatures out of it. So, but until then, I'll just, I want to just keep going with the signature I've been working on. I have another one that actually I've done some work into. This one has got some things done. But this is the one that I've been working in. And I've got two that have not been touched. Okay, so we're on this page here. And I have some things that I pulled out to put down. And before I do anything else, I want to actually do a little drawing on this piece of collage paper. And I'm gonna, it's just a rough drawing, sketch. This looks like a leaf to me, so that's what I'm gonna make it. A fairly good size leaf attached to a stem. And then I've got a flower that I'm gonna create. Just free form. I'm not looking at anything to do this. It doesn't matter if I go off the page at all. Maybe I'll have a center to the flower here. Okay, so I've got some watercolor out, and I've got some, well, actually, I'm going to use these scribble sticks. This one is fuchsia. I'm going to dip it in water, and then I'm going to take it to the paper and just kind of draw or paint with the scribble stick, going back to the water when it needs to be re-wet. I'm gonna see if I can get some splatters from this. I wet it good, and I'm just gonna, well, I need to wet the brush too. Flick the brush across the crayon, and it will do some splatters. Okay, so let's see. I've got a green, which is an olive. And I'm gonna do some splatters of the olive as well. Are not showing up very well. Let's try doing it on the other side. Well, it's very light. So we'll just paint some. Okay, so that's that. So while I'm gonna let this dry, and while I'm letting it dry, I'm going to bring my signature back in. And I've got a couple of colors of ink. This is Amsterdam, and it's quinacridone rose, I believe, if I can find it. No, that's what it is anyway, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, here we go, quinacridone rose. And I'm gonna open it and just do a few drips. And then I've got a green out as well. Now if these mix, I'm gonna get brown. But you know what, I like brown. So if I get some brown, I'll be okay with that. Okay, so now this has got to dry. And before I do that, let me take my roll of paper towels and take up some of it. And now I'm going to have a paper towel that's going to have some ink on it that I could use later. I'm going to dry this. Still wet, maybe I'll do some marks to get me to ink around a little bit. It's hard to believe that the summer is pretty much behind us. The weather is still fairly warm here, but the kids go back to school next week, and that's kind of a sign that the summer is over. Still got some wet spots here. I'm going to tear off this piece of paper towel and see if I can't blot a little bit of it up. I'll put this one for This is the thing about using wet media when you're doing it really well. It takes, I mean, it's difficult to watch paint dry, but anyway. Okay, so now I've got this, it's not quite dry right there. Let me hit it one more time. All right, so now I'm going to take a black Stabilo Marxol, and I'm going to, just outline what I have done with my pencil, and this will just bring it out a little bit. I took this to my sewing machine and did a zigzag on it. All right, now I've got this part that I'm just going to wet the Stabilo and just do a black center. Took a little too much up. I want to dry it one last time. Maybe take the green and do the stem. Okay, hopefully that's dry enough. I've got a few other elements that I want to put in. I'm going to move this paper clip out of the way. I have a piece of collage paper that I got in a swap. And I'm going to use a glue stick. I was using Yoo-hoo or Oohoo, however you pronounce it, until Robin Marie Smith introduced me to Prit. A friend of hers from England sent it to her, and it's very tacky, very sticky. So I mean, I do like it. I have both of them now. All right, now I've got a couple of swatches that let me get back in frame here. Sorry about that. That I swatched. I have a lot of watercolor paint because that's what I typically do. This is my tin of greens. I have a lot of green watercolor, and that's where these came from. And then I have pink, which is my favorite. That and yellow are my favorite colors. And look at this. Is that not awesome? I love pink. So anyway, it's more than I will ever need, but I wanted it. Okay, so I'm gonna put this down, these two swatches down with the glue stick. And while I had my sewing machine out, I stitched on this as well. Okay, and then I'm gonna put this down also with a glue stick. And like I told you yesterday, I love the threads that dangle from sewn pieces. You may not. I have a friend who is a seamstress, and she said I gave her something that had the thread still attached, and she said I'm going to cut them off because I deal with strings all day long. But as for me, I love them. So I'm going to put this down. And then I have a stitched piece that says "Through Our Garden." That's just what I found that in I actually have a couple of guideposts that I use for my words if I don't stamp them. So that was in there. And I thought that was appropriate for what we've got here. Scoot this back in so you can see what I've done. I hope I wasn't off camera too much. This glue is messy, messy, messy. So, oh, I know one more thing I was going to do. I've got some gold paint here. This is, let me show you the Starry Colors. I got this off of Amazon. You know where I am, I don't have an art supply store, so I have to go to Amazon. I go to Walmart for my food that I have delivered, and I go to Amazon for most anything else. I'm going to do some gold splatters if I can get it to work. I might need a bigger brush. Of course, when you do splatters, they don't only get on your page, they get everywhere. Okay, I think that's probably good. So, this is my next spread, and hopefully I will see you tomorrow. If not, I'll see you when I see you, and thank you so much for joining me.